What's going on, guys? Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about DJ Mustard, man. DJ Mustard is filing for divorce from his wife and the mother of his children after just 2 years, or 1 year, barely 2 years that they were married. You see, a lot of times we think that as men, once we have had children with a woman, we've made a good living for ourselves, that it's time for us to settle down and marry, the mother of our children, somebody we've been with for a long time. We feel like that's the one, but he's filing for divorce, and it's probably because he thinks that he has made a mistake. Now, I want to say this before I get started. Him and his now ex-wife, they both were a little bit heavier than they are now. They both lost weight together. She definitely, you can tell that she's lost weight. You go to her social media, man. It's almost like she feels like she's a new woman, man. You look at her before when she was pregnant, and then you look at her now. She looks different, and she's put the work in. DJ Mustard has definitely put the work in, but he's also put the work into filing for divorce. I have told y'all there's really no need for marriage anymore. You don't need to sign paperwork to marry somebody. Now, I understand that being married is good for building a community, but what happens when you don't live in a community where that is the function of it? A lot of us, we live in our own worlds. We are not about community. We're about ourselves, but then we want to build something with somebody. Unless we join communities that are about marriage, a lot of times these marriages are not going to work. They're not going to work. And it didn't work for DJ Mustard. And this is just how things are. And I know people are proponents of it. They think you're weird, something's wrong with you. You hate women because you're against marriage. Well, look at all these people getting divorced. Why should I follow people who themselves are failing at marriage when they have children with that person? So let's get into the Yahoo article. There's also TMZ as well as reporting on this. It says musician DJ Mustard has filed for divorce from his wife Chanel Thierry after only 1 year of marriage, according to legal documents obtained by the Blast. Mustard, whose real name is Dejan McFarland, filed for a dissolution of marriage this week in Los Angeles County courts. Mustard married his longtime girlfriend in October 2020. The former couple shares 3 children together and got engaged back in 2018. At the time, they had been together for 8 years. In filing, Mustard says the couple split up in May of 2022 after only 1 year and 6 months of marriage. He's asking a judge to order joint legal and physical custody of the couple's 3 kids, whom ages vary from 2 to 10. As for the finances, the popular DJ claims the ex-couple entered into a prenuptial agreement, and the property and cash should be divided accordingly. So, no wonder he's filing for divorce. He doesn't, she signed a prenup. So that's why he was comfortable getting this divorce. If he hadn't signed one, he wouldn't have probably got this divorce. Normally, the amount of spousal support will be determined based on a percentage of the couple's individual income. Mustard is asking that his jewelry and other personal effects be ordered his sole and separate property, along with earnings and accumulations during the marriage and from and after the date of separation. As you can imagine, in this case, it's a large amount of money, considering he is a very popular musician with royalties and high net worth. Again, that's his. It's not hers. Now, if they settled on an agreement when she signed the prenup of how much money she would get or what assets she would get, it's different. According to reports, DJ Mustard proposed to his longtime girlfriend with a $500,000 engagement ring. I wonder if he's regretting that now. Interestingly, the former couple actually knew each other after meeting as teenagers. The wedding was a big event and included several celebrity appearances like singer Ellie Mae, rapper Bow Wow, and Joy Chavis. At the time, Mustard was going through a life-changing event after losing almost 50 pounds. He shared the situation with fans on Instagram saying, "I've debated on not posting on my birthday because of all that's going on, but then I thought to myself, do you know how hard it is making it to the age of 30 as a black successful man in this world?" Adding, "I do, and today I'm celebrating 30 years of life. I made a promise to myself in January before the lockdown I was gonna focus more on my health, myself, get off social media and ignore all the distractions that I didn't need. Well, I'm here. Here I am today, 30 years old and 47 pounds down." And that was according to DJ Mustard. That DJ Mustard was heavier, him and his wife was, but him and his wife, they made the change that a lot of us should make. But in regards to this marriage, he must have known for a long time he was going to do this. This looks like something that he had pre-calculated and pre-planned. This was something he was going to do. It said they just separated yesterday. So it seemed like this was something that DJ Mustard had on his mind. He did not want to stay with her any longer. Again, they both have made changes. You know, he's lost weight. She's lost weight. You go on her Instagram, you know, you can tell there's a different energy there. You know, you go from where they both were. Let's say in this picture here, you see where they both were, right? And then you look at where he was. Now, I know she was pregnant, but, you know, she was a little bit heavier too. Then look at where she is now. She looks like a completely different woman, completely different energy. And there could be a lot going on to where, you know, mindsets change. You know, she may want to go do other things outside of being a wife. Maybe he realized that, you know what, I'm better off just, you know, being to myself, you know, and just putting the kids first. A lot of times men will get married to women based on the kids. They don't want the kids to grow up in an environment where it's a single mother environment, because they came from a single parent. They came from a single parent household. They don't want their children growing up in that environment. So what they do is they marry the woman that they were with for years, they have the children by, because they don't want them growing up in a situation where they're not with both parents. And I think that's one of the major reasons why he married her. But it seems to me that it might be best for both of them to go their separate ways. Because again, when you lose weight, you're a different person. Your mindset change, you're healthier, you have more energy, and people see you different. Maybe people see him differently. Maybe women see him differently. Maybe men see her differently. So he feels like, you know what, we just, as much as marriage was supposed to bring us together, it might have pushed us apart. But that's just life, man. I think he married her strictly for the children, strictly to keep the family together. And when he realized that, you know, this wasn't going to work out, he got out of it. And I can't blame him for that, because there are a lot of women who do that all the time. They divorce right after getting with a guy. They divorced right after a year, 2 years. I did a video about Carissa Thompson, right? She divorced the guy after being married for like a year, you know? And then once the pandemic was over and things were opening up, she realized, you know what? I don't want to be married. I want to be single. And I think that's what happened in this situation, man. I think both of them realized, hey, you know, I'd rather just play a single. No, he, like I say, he just turned 30 and he wants to go enjoy life. Maybe she wants to do the same. But I think both people should put the children first. No matter what, you should always put the children first. A lot of times in these divorces, you don't even hear about the children. Either the children are already grown or the woman's like, I'm going to get primary custody. I don't care about giving you 50-50. You know, this is a guy you're married to. But hopefully things are done in the best interest of the children first and then themselves. Some of y'all may not like that, but too bad. That's why these kids are messed up now, because the parents put themselves first. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.